All right, today we have a 10-minute AMRAP, as many reps as possible, of 5 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, and 15 air squats or bodyweight squats. Go ahead and begin, starting with those 5 push-ups. Trying to get your chest to touch the floor and elbows to lock out at the top of each rep. Then we're doing 10 sit-ups. With these, we want our shoulders to come all the way up to past our hips. We want to touch the ground over our head and then touch the ground just beyond our toes. With these sit-ups, use that momentum. Throw your arms, use that momentum on the way up each time. Good, now we're going to do 15 air squats. With these air squats, think about weight on your heels, chest up, sending your hips back, knees apart, and just finding a pace you can chip away at. You can use your hands to counterbalance you. Once you do 15, now we're back to our 5 push-ups. Again, you're trying to touch your chest to the ground each time and then fully extend your elbows at the top. If you need to break those 5 into smaller sets, go ahead and do that. Then we have 10 sit-ups. Shoulders are going to come just past your hips from the side view. You're going to throw your arms, use that momentum to help pull yourself up in that butterfly sit-up position or feet together, knees apart. Going for 10 of these sit-ups. Once we get to 10, we're back to our feet for 15 of those air squats or bodyweight squats. Each rep, we're trying to keep our weight on our heels with just a little bit up on our toes as well, so our feet stay flat on the ground. Your hips are going to go back and try to go down, squatting down to about knee height or just below that. And then keeping your chest upright, looking straight ahead. Once we finish 15, we are back to the ground for 5 push-ups. Once you finish those 5 push-ups, we are switching to our back, feet together, knees apart for those 10 sit-ups. Again, we want to use that momentum. That helps us utilize the myototic stretch reflex, or this response that your muscle has to give a quick muscle contraction when we put that muscle on stretch. So we reach up real quick, throw our arms forward, and that's going to help us build that momentum, get that stretch reflex, and get a lot of power or force production out of those muscles. After we finish those 10 sit-ups, back to 15 air squats. Again, feel free to put your arms out in front or across your chest or however is most comfortable for you. But really prioritize that nice tall posture, weight on your heels, and knees staying away from each other. Think about the position you would need to be in if you were supporting weight in this squat. Going for 15 reps, and then we're back to our push-ups. Keeping your core tight, butt tight during these push-ups. Then we're flipping back over, 10 sit-ups. Again, using that momentum with your arms, getting that stretch reflex. After 10 reps of those, we're going to be back to our feet again. And then back to those 15 air squats. Each rep, I try to think about squeezing my butt, squeezing my quads, as well as maintaining that nice upright posture, maintaining nice steady breathing. Finding a nice consistent pace that you can continue to just chip away at. Nothing should feel rushed. And we are back to our push-ups, keeping that nice plank position, stomach tight, butt tight, chest touches the floor, elbows fully locked out at the top each time. If you need to do a kneeling version or split those up, that's totally fine. Now we're back to those 10 sit-ups. We do that butterfly position to take the hip flexors out of the equation a little bit, allow our abdominal muscles to do more of the work, getting that stretch reflex like we talked about. 10 of those sit-ups. And we're back to our feet. 15 body weight squats or air squats. Continue to focus on hitting that good full depth. Hips to knee height or just below. Chest upright. Weight on the heels with a little bit on the front of the foot. After those, we're back to the 5 push-ups. Again, nice plank position, touching our chest, then locking our elbows out at the top of each rep. 5 times. And back to those 10 sit-ups, feet together, knees apart. Touching the ground above our head, and then sitting up and touching the ground by our feet. Maintaining nice steady breathing. And back to your feet. 15 air squats. Making sure you're hitting that depth each time and standing up at the top all the way. Stomach tight, butt tight. Keeping that good posture. Then we are back to the ground for 5 more push-ups. After those 5, we're onto the back. 10 more sit-ups. Again, using those arms for momentum. Keeping your feet tucked in close to your hips. Really throwing those arms each rep. Get that momentum, help pull yourself up. After those 10, back to your feet. 15 air squats. Keep chipping away. Maintain that nice steady pace. And then back to those push-ups. Getting full extension each time. Chest to the floor. Good, then back to your back for sit-ups. Throwing those arms, using that momentum. Keep chipping away all the way through the end. And that's it. Nice work.